Hi, I'm Anna, and yesterday I came here with an idea to help patient and doctor communication. The idea came from a very personal experience I had. Here in the UK, I went to doctor. I had this long list of symptoms. I was tracking, and I was really happy with my tracking. And then I wanted to talk to the doctor, and she's like, we don't have time to go through this. And I just felt abandoned and lost. And so it would end up being a waste of time just for me and for the doctor.
So from the clinician's perspective, it was thinking, what on earth is she here for today? How do I get it done in 10 minutes? And how can we come to a mutually satisfactory outcome today? So that was our challenge, the mismatch and miscommunication. So, and it's about stories, storytelling. People communicate with each other through stories. So patients come with a story and clinicians have to make sense of that story. So how can we use technology to enable those stories to be heard and understood and to be useful? So our solution is Baibl Bot.
So this was a first idea what we came out in the very first days. So it's a very hectic diagram because we were brainstorming a few thoughts together, and it was nice to be in a diverse team that included a clinician, technical people, and we are all patients, so we could share different views. And we decided to create a tool which actually integrates two solutions. So one is a patient diary, which is stored as a database, and the other part is an AI-powered tool that enhances communication between the patient and the clinician by integrating information from the patient diary.
Also, so to streamline our selling points of this to all the technical techniques is to we are about to mitigate the language gap. So first so when the users log in, and we try to retrieve the data from database and to get my data, and the patient will describe their symptom, what they got, what kind of uncomfortable stuff, inside their body, and to try to share their concern. And the AI model will try to process the input, generating some medical terminology to the clinicians. The clinician, after going over these generated terminologies, and it will translate again into the plain language back to the patient. Yeah, the patient can see the plain language of the terminologies, and
And so this is our proof of concept of how the patient diary could be stored as a database. So there is a personal profile that collects patient demographics, their preferred language of communication and their communication style. And then there is a medical history section that contains things such as drugs, symptoms, etc. And also there is some wearable data.
So the essence is there's two bits to it. Before the consultation, somebody is asked 3 simple questions, open questions. That could be either verbal and it's turned into text, or people can enter it themselves. There's an AI summary, and that's what the patient goes into the clinician with. And afterwards, there's a form that's generated so that the patient goes out with, this is what we discussed today, this is our plan, and this is what you need to do if the plan doesn't go. So they have something at the beginning and the end, so that everybody's in agreement.
Or you can show us what you built.
Sorry?
Huh? Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Sorry, we don't know why the lights have gone out. I'm just going to check if this might be anything to do with it. Okay. Okay. Yay! I did better. Okay. Thank you. Any questions from our
Thanks very much. The idea being you might get lots of information from the patient and you want to try and narrow that down to hopefully the most pertinent information. What from a technical perspective or otherwise, how do you decide what is important for the clinician?
So there's a very there's a very interesting paper I read recently showing that there's it's possible to train an AI model to do that. And they passed the AI review and they gave to a lot of clinicians to do the same task. And then they gave to another set of clinicians to review the reviews. And the AI was more successful. So we're very confident that there are ways out there to do that. Yeah.
Can I ask what the technical team, what you were working
Yeah,
on?
in terms of tech stack, we used some Node.js on backend, Node.js React on frontend, plus integration with ChatGPT as AI language, plus supposed to be also cloud, Google Cloud text, speech to text, and some database to store the user's profile data, so the main point is to during the this flow user's application form to also help user to kind of confirm what AI summarized. So it's not just a summary, but it's also confirmation from user side that okay, I agree with that. I wanted to, it doesn't show here, but we had it in our idea. The other vice versa. Also, the user has to be able to agree with kind of give the score, kind of about the prescription.
Thank you very much.